Yo, what's going on, guys? A little hungover from the Halloween party I told you guys I went to last night. Actually, I'm really not, because I don't drink sugar, but we're staying hydrated. And I was watching some of the games. I was watching more of the Jake Paul fight, but then I had the games going on at the party I was on at my phone on League Pass. And I watched the Nets game the other day. And one thing I found out this morning, I'm reading through the news. Shout out Hoops Hype, and ESPN's Nick Friedell said this. Nets held player-only meeting after fourth straight loss. The Brooklyn Nets held a players-only meeting after Saturday night's 125-116 loss to the Indiana Pacers. It was the Nets' fourth straight loss and dropped them to 1-5 this season. Nick Friedell of ESPN reported that Ben Simmons said during the post-game that the team held a players-only meeting to welcome an open dialogue about the best way to move forward. When asked about the move in the locker room, Durant offered an honest response. Quote, "What you think? You lost 4 games in a row. I must be excited about that? Of course we're pissed." End quote. And another quote, he said, "We enjoy basketball. We like to win, though. Of course, when you lose the game, it's going to be a somber mood in the locker room. It'll change once we start playing some good basketball. We got a lot of basketball to be played." End quote. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not an ideal situation with whatever is going on over there. And I made a video on this yesterday that I think Ben Simmons is being misused. They just can't have Claxton, Sharp, and Ben Simmons on the floor at the same time. That's got to stop. That's legitimately has to stop. It does not work. Clogs the offense. Don't do it. And the other thing is every game passes, I think more and more Steve Nash should be fired. I was actually a Steve Nash advocate, even though I said their loss in the playoffs, like their exit, was not entirely Kevin Durant's fault. It was partially Steve Nash's fault due to the fact that he lacks the in-game adjustments. There's a difference between elite head coaches and middle-tier head coaches or bottom-of-the-pack head coaches. And the top 10 coaches, they make in-game adjustments. Why do you think Will Hardy has been phenomenal there? Eric Spoelstra, Nick Nurse, Ty Lue, Monty Williams, Willie Green, all those guys, in-game adjustments. I don't see that from Steve Nash. Steve Nash goes with a plan and he tries to follow through with that plan all game. I personally don't find that as a good. What you got to be versatile and flexible, and I don't see that from Steve Nash. And that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Are you guys in agreement with me about this? Because I do think it's definitely interesting to see how it ends up working. And for me, I think also Clickbait Sports. Have you guys ever watched that? I do think something that's interesting as all hell is this team. I know they're lacking shooting and they have some injuries, but I don't know. I just feel like it's just being overlooked. And I think it's a bad situation that hopefully can be made better, I guess is the way we would want to say it. But players only meeting, that's never good, I'd assume. I've never been part of a players only meeting. Yeah, I was on an 0-14 football squad in the 8th grade. 0-14. Football's the only sport I was on bad teams. And it was just because we were like way smaller. Basketball and soccer I played up. I was pretty good at basketball and soccer, so I always played up. But football, I was so bad. I wasn't bad. I'm actually not bad at football. I'm 6'1", 160, okay? Not getting much done in football. And back to the NBA, I just think this is just something that people are acting as if the Brooklyn Nets are completely broken. We're only a few games into the season. It's good that they did this player-only meeting so early because they needed to. And I think it'll just help them be accountable for one another, which is needed. People don't realize accountability is just so huge when it comes to sports. And I just think let's just stop dogging our man Ben Simmons also. But that's basically it. Peace out.